uh, they love going to Paris and doing things over there rather than because I mean Spain's great and all, but you want to just like that's for like viewing. You want to do stuff, do it in France. Anyway, then no. Then the second round was again. It was just kind of set up. Sorry for me saying no was because I don't want to put my arms up because I'm wearing a tank top. I didn't even say that. It's been super hot recently, which is why because you'll notice in the picture I did, Pierre Hugues did not have a tank top on. Bum 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 bum. Ding dong ding 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 ding. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to cut that in. Hello, my name is Cam. I do that thing, CVW. It happens. It's supposed to be on Mondays, right? Yeah. So yesterday there was just some. How do I phrase this? There's some really noisy drilling going on. My neighbors had construction going on, and there's I don't know like putting up plywood and like drilling. I don't know what, but anyway, so it was really loud. They were taking breaks like every hour or so, and so I was trying like I thought about filming in between, but the breaks are like 15 minutes. There's one little spot right before work where I was like, oh, they maybe an hour that they stopped, but I wasn't even getting ready for work. I didn't, at that point, I was like, you know what? I'm calling it. That's not happening today. And I think I had already tweeted. And once you tweet, you can't go back. That's just rules of today now. It's 2021. Tweet it. It's real. That's real life. So, goodbye. So, anyway, shouting out the twatter. It is at CVWP TFTP. Cam's Very Week podcast. Twitter for the podcast. Ooh. And then also, sure, email. Let's throw that out there. It's CVWPEMFTP. Ooh. I don't know how I'm going to. Anyway. So, there's that. That is what happened yesterday. It really wasn't too bad. Then I got out of work, and I didn't even get sleepy. What did I do? I watched the end of the hockey games, which I'll talk about at the end of this whole thing. Currently, we do have something very important going up. I just have to make sure. Oh yeah, that's fine. I can gloss over that and talk about tennis because the French Open's on. Wow, it's crazy stuff. And anytime that a big tournament is on, especially one that I like, I usually go out and I try and serve a bit. Obviously, with like Australian Open, that doesn't happen too often because January, but right now we got the French Open going on. My favorite tournament. It's on clay. I explained it in one of my last videos, I think. The best. It's so fun. Love playing on clay. Haven't played on it in years. Maybe a year. I might have played on it last year. Maybe. Anyway, getting lost in a tangent. It's incredible. Love it. Right now I have Alexander Zverev taking on Davidovich Fokina. It has been a really solid match. Yeah, wait. I can't just let this fly by. I got my hair person is a really obscure one. If anyone has guessed it at this point, wow, good for you. Would be friends outside this closet, but in here, you know, it's work in here. It's out there, sure, friends, whatever. No, like when Tristan came in, we had the talk. I was like, man, not in here. If something goes down, it goes down, man. Luckily, nothing went down. That's episode 6. You can check that out. It has another person in the thumb that isn't in a thumbnail. It's a real other person. That's the dead giveaway. That he's the guest there. Anyway, so French Open's on. I've been serving a little bit. You might notice I'm a little tan. And I decided to put my hair up because I kind of look like this tan person who's French. He played at the French Open, but because he's French, he's not that good. That's just how this works. I mean, look up the last time a Frenchman won. I haven't done that. I just thought of this now, so I didn't do that research. Maybe I'll put the date up here, and it might be more recent. because Gael Monfils, I feel like, might have won it, or Tsonga. But we'll find out. Anyway, I am Pierre-Hugues Herbert. Nice, fun French name. That's fun. He, oh yeah, wait, I gotta do the, how is it? I gotta do the buzz there. Doing a serve. Anyway, it's terrible. I hate hair. I don't know why he would ever want to do this before a tennis match. Awful. Obviously, he does it better, and it doesn't look like a raccoon just threw up on his head or whatever is going. Actually, now you can't even see it. Oh, so there's a bun up there. Yeah, there. That's makes it a little different. I didn't notice how far back it had slipped. That, you know, that actually looks kind of like what he looks. Little fucking duff there. That's fun. Anyway, so Pierre-Hugues Herbert. French Opens out. I have Davidovich Fokina, Alexander Zverev, and it's I don't think Davidovich Fokina has much of a match. I'll talk about why these later rounds are so not lopsided, but you can kind of tell who's going to win the matches. Going into it, it would have to be a pretty surprising upset, I guess is the right word. And I don't even say surprising. It would just have to be like it would have to be a confidence match is the one thing. They'd have to bring something new because most of the time in a match like this, Davidovich Fokina, Zverev, they've already matched up a few times. They're around the same age, so they know each other's game style. I mean, yeah, they're both European, so they might know each other a little bit from the tour outside of the actual professional tour, like when they were younger. So they probably know how they play, what their weaknesses are, mental stuff like that. So that's what I mean. A lot of the early rounds in this, like the first round was ridiculous. I don't know how anyone was supposed to see that coming. Dominic Thiem was out. Let's see. Dominic Thiem, Rublev, Goffin. Again, first round. He was the first match last year against Jannik Sinner. This year he matched up against Andujar, who's, again, clay specialist, so it's a tough first round. Let me just double check that that was right. No, Musetti, the guy who just lost to Djokovic after taking 2 sets off him, which Djokovic was kind of toying around with him. Either way, it was a great match. Musetti was playing well, but Goffin, just not a clay player. Work on it, Goffin. You're so good at everything else. Just work on it, you know? Clay's the best. Anyway, Rublev, again, not much. He's more of a fast court player, so he's going to probably do really well at Wimbledon now since he's going to have more time to train on the grass. Thiem, I don't know. He's up there with Nadal in terms of how well he can play on the clay. So he got Andujar, I think. Yeah. That's what it was. I knew Andujar took out a big name. Andujar is a clay specialist. He's Spanish. A lot of Spaniards do well on clay because it's so close to Paris, and they just, I don't know how to phrase that one well. They love going to Paris and doing things over there rather than, because, I mean, Spain's great and all, but you want to just, like, that's for, like, viewing. You want to do stuff? Do it in France. Anyway. Then, no. Then the second round was, again, it was just kind of set up. Sorry, for me saying no was because I don't want to put my arms up because I'm wearing a tank top. I didn't even say that. It's been super hot recently, which is why because you'll notice in the picture I did, Pierre-Hugues did not have a tank top on, and I think I'm good in this arm, yeah. Pierre-Hugues did not have a tank top on, so it's warm. It's been 30 Celsius, so for our American friends, that's about, math, 80-ish, so it's been pretty fun. I don't do well on anything above, like, 75. I'm like a 65 to 75, yeah, pretty good range right there. Right around 70 is good. I like it just a little bit under 70, if you know what I mean, but it's pretty good. Then I can't stand it somewhere in this. I don't have pants on. I might be able to cut that into the front. Yeah, I'm all stripes today. Stripes up top, stripes downstairs. It's good stuff. But enough about me and my undergarments. Let's get back to the French Open. So we are not doing well. The second round, there were, let's see, I got 23, if I get my math right. I can just keep this open now because I don't need this anymore. This is just telling me to talk about the French Open and then other things. Yeah, I know what that is, so. Goodbye, and then I'll get that back up when we talk about the playoffs, maybe, although I know to talk about the Bruins. So, yeah, I got 23 wrong in the first round of matches. Not great. There are only 64 matches, so pretty close to half incorrect. Not so solid. Then in the second round, again, there were only 32 matches to choose from, and I got 13 wrong. So not doing so hot. What's great about that, because there were a lot of upsets, it wasn't just me picking incorrectly. Like Fritz was a big upset, but it was to Kepfer. Oh no, I did pick that wrong. Sorry, that was a poop. You know what? A lot of it was me picking incorrectly. Like Harris over Nori. Harris is lowly ranked, and Nori is more of a grass specialist. So that was an upset that I had chose. Yeah, sure. And it just didn't pan out, you know? So I wasn't just picking the top seeds. Monfils lost. I did upset about that. Anyway, second round, all those upsets, that just sets up a super breezy third and fourth round. Like in the third round, I got 3 wrong. In the fourth round, I have 1 wrong. What I didn't do was I didn't have time. I knew Federer wasn't going to do well in the next match, so I was up in the air if he was going to wait until he faced Djokovic and see if he could just take out Djokovic so that Djokovic doesn't win and then withdraw, just because that I could see Federer doing that. But at the same time, I didn't think he'd withdraw this late. I just don't see that as being a Federer move. So this late in the tournament, I was like, okay, maybe he's just going to power through and give Djokovic a really hard match or something and lose to him in 5 sets. No, he just withdrew before Berrettini, which is super smart on his part. Otherwise, I only got the Davidovich Fokina Delbonis. I thought Delbonis was... They're both clay specialists, but Delbonis is a lefty. I might have the wrong person on that. Either way, he's a really tough specialist. I think he's Argentinian. And hard match. But it was 4 sets, and Davidovich Fokina looks really good going into this, so going to be interesting. He's already down. I can't see the score. It's blocked by my door, but there is, he was up an early break, I believe, and then he lost 2 straight games. So he didn't consolidate or anything, but he is doing well against Zverev, and he's had close last matches. So this is going to be an interesting one to call. I have Zverev taking it, but back to the fourth round. I'm jumping a lot. If you're watching. No hands. Sorry, team. Good, no shakes. There is in the fourth round, there were 2. No, wow, that's not a walkover. Sorry, I just didn't finish writing a score. There was 1 walkover, but Federer withdrew, which at this point, it's almost the same as taking Djokovic to 5 sets, because he doesn't, like, you got to think from a record standpoint, he doesn't want Djokovic up there with him and Nadal. Like, if you really think about Djokovic's wins, they were just opportunistic. You know, he had a few where he worked through the ranks and got, like, all the big names, but he didn't have, like, Federer years where he was just blowing everybody away. Maybe he had, like, 1 or 2. Federer's had so many. Nadal's had, like, he's won 13 at the French Open. And he hasn't, I don't want to jinx him at all, but he hasn't dropped a set yet. He's just nuts. So, you know, I like Djokovic as a defensive tennis player, but as a person and as, like, a world's best, he's definitely top 3. Definitely top 3, but I don't think he should be, you know, I think it should be 1, 2, and then, you know, he's up there. Like, he's the next best one, but, you know, he's not a Federer or a Nadal. Anyway, he's really good. He would kick the shit out of me at tennis. But bring it, you know, that'd be fun. I've met and hit against his tennis, one of his hitting partners. I don't know how many he has, but I've met and hit against him, and I met and hit against Serena Williams' tennis partner as well. And by hit against, I mean at one point they like had people just like, all right, get it in while you can, because, you know, They were the biggest names at the club, and so I was just like, in line, got like 3, and that was it. Call it a day. So, although Serena's I might have hit it a bit longer. I have to. Memory's not so good. I've run into some trees. Anyway, so Nibono, Federer taking out or letting Berrettini just go through this late stage match. Berrettini's had some easy matches going into this. 3 sets, 3 sets, 4 sets. Yeah, he's done really well in the last few rounds. So Berrettini's feeling good. He's a clay player. He's Italian, and Federer's like, you know what? I'm probably not going to win this one. Berrettini's going to do well against Djokovic. I'm going to let him go through. So now Djokovic, after playing 5 sets, which again I think he was toying with Musetti, not taking anything away from Musetti, but he won 40 points in the first set, 41 in the second set, and then 14 and 4 the next 2 sets. Like, I think Djokovic just kind of was like, I'm going to show Federer that I don't care that he's giving me a fresh Italian. He's just going to destroy him like he did with Musetti. Again, played really well in the first set. I didn't see much of the next 3 sets because I looked away for not that long. Like, I think I was only gone like 25 minutes. And then, yeah, then he just withdrew. Oh, he did, yeah. I was going to say there was another one. Musetti at 4 love 4. Sorry. It's like, you know what? Djokovic, I think you've got this one. So another walk over there. Oh, I got to undo it quick. Walk over. Then that's fun. Berrettini against Djokovic. I mean, I still think Djokovic will take it because he is good. I'm not taking anything away from Djokovic. I can't. Oh, every time I look at that, it just looks fun. Wow. Ooh. Ooh, you woke up like this? What is this? Okay. It's fun. That it's like glossy too. Like, I might just keep my head this way the whole day. Ooh, with sheen. I don't know how to picture myself or pose myself in front of a camera. Wow, that's gross. This is so greasy. Anyway, Pablo Carreño Busta, Tsitsipas. Not gonna happen. Tsitsipas is, again, I think I said that in the last video, he's a heavy favorite for this. Nadal is looking really good, so it's going to be a tough final match, because that's the draw that's going to be. But Medvedev against Tsitsipas? I don't know. Oh, I do have it right there. Cool. It's just not in the cards for him. I like Medvedev. He's a heavy-hitting player, and he plays really well on a fast surface. He's playing really well on clay right now. But even he says, just like Federer, like, not a clay player. It's not what he does. So it'll be interesting. I think it'll be a close match because it's a 5 seed, 2 seed. Tsitsipas 5. But I'm gonna take that. God damn it. Sorry for the armpit. It's just as bad as the hair up top. So then Nadal Schwartzman. Schwartzman has beaten Nadal on clay, but it was a 3-set match, so it was a final, so Nadal was probably pulling, but at the same time, he's not going to pull the same skill level at a 1,000 tournament, Masters 1,000 tournament, that he's going to pull at an Open, like one of the biggest titles that he can do, especially not his favorite Open, the one where he could potentially win a 14th time. Sorry, phrasing. He's going to do really well. I think maybe 5 sets, most likely 3, just because Nadal is a machine. But it'll be interesting. I don't think he has it in him this year, just because I don't. That's the main reason. I just don't think he's going to be able to pull that off. That's a huge upset. He's playing well, but he's only played Kohlschreiber, really Bedene, and Liu. Not the biggest names. Not huge talent in terms of Nadal, on clay. That's a pretty big difference from what he's faced. So I just don't think Schwartzman's had it. It could mean he has really fresh legs, but Kohlschreiber also would run him around a bit. So not the freshest. I just don't give him the biggest chance. I think it's Nadal's. Tsitsipas Medvedev. Tsitsipas, I got him. Zverev, I have taken it, even though Davidovich Fokina has done really well, and I think if he were to win a tournament, it would be the French Open. I don't know if it's this year. Uh, and then Djokovic, Berrettini. Berrettini's going to give him a fight, but I think Djokovic is going to take it in the long run just because, I don't know, he's been training for Nadal, so I don't think that Berrettini's going to stand too much of a threat. But at the same time, I don't know. You never know. If you're training for one person, someone new it's a whole new ballgame. So could throw off the works. Could be a tough match for Djokovic. Either way, I think Djokovic is going to pull it off. But yeah, so that's what I like about the French Open is that it is on clay. That is the only thing apparently because I can't predict jack shit about the draws, and I can't bet on it this year. So what's the point of anything? Anyway, so back to fun things. We have the NHL playoffs. What? I know Bruins are still in, so that's the only hope we have. Unfortunately, they just lost to the Islanders when they were tied 2-2 in the series. I think it was 1-1 in the game at one point. I don't think they tied it at all after that. God, I need a hat. I should have brought a hat in. Maybe I'll just wear a towel. Anyway, the Bruins are playing well, but they're getting bad calls. Butch Cassidy called out the refs in a press conference, and I was like, oh, that's not usually what coaches are supposed to do. But then I watched the game because I didn't see the first period and a half, maybe. It might have been just the last period I saw. Either way, I missed the penalties early on that put the Islanders into their ahead position. I can't think of their advantageous position. There you go. They were, I saw that slash Corrali had. I think he might have touched his forearm, but it was like a glance. I don't understand it. And they're in Boston. I'm not saying that, get home calls, home team favorites, but that happens everywhere else. So just make that happen in the playoffs at some point. That'd be cool. It was weird. Then the Canadians, not the Leafs. The Leafs are out. But the Canadians, again, Carey Price. He's a monster. He is like, you know what? I thought Carey Price had done really well in the playoffs before. He has not done really well in the playoffs before. He's been notably terrible, and it is not good for him. He lost his starting position to Halak, I believe, after one game, which is not good. Then he was brought in the playoffs and did really well, but then, again, didn't back it up. Or no, then was swept in the next series, I think is what happened. To come out and just be a wall, an absolute unstoppable force. He is the only reason the Canadians are winning. If you watch the goals, Corey Perry, one of my favorite ones was Corey Perry, just didn't look at the net, was just like, you know what, I'm just going to kind of put it on, does a terrible shot, and it goes off a defenseman's stick and bounces up into the top corner over Hellebuck. And it's like, that is the game-winning goal. That right there. Little cheap stuff. And why is that the game-winning goal? Because that isn't happening on Carey Price. Carey Price is like, no, I saw that happen. I saw that little stick come out of the way. I know exactly where the puck's going to be. I've done this in my head already. I know how to win. I'm Carey Price. Wow, good. That was a really good impersonation of Carey Price. Either way, I think the Canadians have a shot. They're out of the division now, so they're going up against what? Is it Central? I don't think they're facing... are they East? Oh, that'd be bad. If they're East, then that's basically the Stanley Cup right there. But I'm pretty sure they're going to Central, so they'd be facing up against Tampa Bay or Carolina. Tampa Bay. I can't remember who won that series, but they're facing the winner of that, I think. So really, really hoping that the Canadians pull that off. That's their. If they win that, I think they're fine. Which I know that just puts them in the cup, and that. But either way, I don't think that they'll win the whole thing, but they have a really good shot if Carey Price can keep doing what he's doing, because he is a machine right now. The Bruins, I think, have a good chance as long as they can beat the Islanders. I don't understand how that's happening. I mean, the Islanders beat them in the regular series, I think, not every time. I think the Bruins won 2 or 3. But they also were playing with Halak and maybe Swayman in one game. So they never faced a Rask or a healthy Rask. And so you'd think with a healthy Rask and the defense is short, but otherwise really strong Bruins team. Come on, right? You'd really think that they'd be pulling something off right now, but Bruins making it tight. They have a game tomorrow. Today's Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday, I think. So, all right, let's go, Bees. Fingers crossed there. As far as serving goes, I know I talked about being super tan, and you can totally see the tanness. Oh, so tan. Oh my god, I could blind someone just with that, and that's not even the full. So, I've been going outside and serving a lot, and I've been thinking, how can I incorporate this into videos? I don't know. But I've been hitting things, like I've been putting my water bottle and some hacky sacks and stuff in the court and trying to hit it. And I was like, oh, maybe I could just hit weird objects. But as I say it out loud, I guess I haven't said it out loud before, but as I could just hit objects, it'd be fun. But then I'd do like cool angles. Maybe I'd do like a time lapse and it would spell something of the things I've hit. I don't know. So I'm trying to like find a way to get that in there, because there are some pretty nuts angles that I get with the serve, and I don't like saying crowds. That sounds so cocky. But they're like, people are like, oh whoa, they'll watch me serve and hit things. So I was like, oh cool, I'll just put it on the internet, because I don't like groups of people. That's a good word. Groups of people going, oh, look at. That's fun. Most appreciative person ever. Thanks, everybody. No, seriously, if you watch and listen to this, thank you very much. I don't understand you, but I thank you. But I don't understand me, so we're on the same page. Good job. Today's Tuesday. Happy 8th, maybe? I don't know. There are no dates around me. That says the 1st of 2019, so that's not right. Yeah, happy Tuesday. Hope to see everybody around. And go fuck yourself in like the best way, like, you know, real lubed up on a great day, get some ice cream, candles, bath, and just go to town.